Hello YouTube, Facebook. I'm making this the third video that I've made on this subject of this Parsons Green supposed attack. And I'm making a third video because there's some more information that's come to light that's really important and links it all together. I'm going to have to recap to bring this video subject up to date. So I've already stated that my attention was drawn to the main witness who was involved with the Parsons Green event, who shown links to the European Space Agency, who also shown that other projects have shown that they've been involved in disaster planning using scenarios for demonstration purposes, using actors before, also to test various methods and inventions, etc. This then led me to the second video, which was projects that this agency are involved in, one of which involves a new intergovernmental satellite link that uses a platform called New Tech Dialogue Technology. And this was to be demonstrated over 2 years and involved 14 EU countries and Norway, which is not an EU country, and also NATO. In the last two videos I've shown that Airbus was given the contract for this demonstration and that it was to last for 2 years, and that also just 2 days before the Parsons Green event the BBC reported to be using the very same platform. In the meanwhile, many people have acknowledged and are openly speaking out and speculating that this bucket cannot possibly be responsible for a fireball. They report with no evidence of such damage in the surrounding area of the carriage, including the sides, the top, the bottom, the bucket, the plastic bag, or anywhere else. As we've seen, the event included a plastic bucket in a Lidl bag, noted in past events, which I've covered extensively in other videos. Product placement is rife. This led me to this information, which ties in the whole Airbus and Lidl link. I looked at the Lidl employees, the lawyer for Lidl, which I'm sharing the link with you here, which is from the LinkedIn website. The lawyer for Lidl is also the ex-lawyer for Airbus. He's also a member of the German Council on Foreign Relations, and he's written international papers that cover Germany's involvement in attacks on Syria. You should let that sink in for a moment, especially because we're being told, or rather we are being brainwashed into believing that a Syrian refugee was responsible. We're then shown this and told that this is the evidence of this reported bomber. This could be anybody, anywhere, at any time. The fact that the bag that you're looking at doesn't even hold a round object, it's clearly holding something that is a square, speaks volumes, okay? But we're told this is the evidence in a country that is overladen with CCTV cameras, which should have been all over the underground, the trains and everything, but this is the image that we're told is proof that this is a bomber. Back to Eric Langland, the in-house counsel lawyer at Lidl, also a member of the German Council on Foreign Relations. Okay, he liked something on his LinkedIn website which said 14 countries and 1 goal. And yet I can't find that link to anywhere else. I don't know what it actually stands for. It's just, is it just coincidental that this demonstration involves 14 EU countries and 1 goal? And then I looked at other Lidl employees, and lo and behold, they all like this 14 countries and 1 goal. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's just 14 countries involved in Lidl and 1 goal. I really don't know because I can't find any information on it, about it. But I do think that it's probably significant. You could well prove me wrong on that point, that it's nothing to do with it. But you can't prove me wrong on the point that the Lidl lawyer is also the ex-Airbus lawyer who's also involved in the Council on Foreign Relations, and is also involved in governmental cybersecurity, data privacy, and also this attack on Syria. Okay, and we've got all these things playing into this event. He also wrote a training program for military involved in multinational exercises. It's then reported that Lidl planned to open one store a week in the UK in a £1.45 billion expansion, with 50 or 60 stores opening over the next 2 years. The same amount of time this demonstration involving all these different EU countries is ongoing. As far as I'm concerned, this is industrial espionage with a company that's clearly involved in a false flag event with ties to the government and governmental run demonstrations to showcase equipment and technology, which will lead to further attacks in Syria, and at the same time will crush the personal freedoms of the public in return for expansion of business. I then found this, which is a common criteria that states that it replaces security criteria and processes used in 14 countries. Again, the 14 countries, with the goal that evaluates whatever happens in one country would be accepted in others. So does this mean that UK alone will be used to create further false flags over the next 2 years, or will these events include other countries on the list? Either way, are you really willing to relinquish all your personal freedoms because of a carrier bag containing a plastic bucket with a little spark inside? As the brainwashing of the media empire, so obviously being showcased right under our noses, finally shown us to be the idiots that they portray us as. It is actually a war on terror. It's a war on terra firma Earth, of which you are a citizen. Okay? Thank you for listening. I'm Annie Logical, and I'll catch you soon.